In this lecture, you will create a problem that you will solve using the facade pattern in the next lecture. To do that, right click on one of the packages in Core Patterns project, New, Class, call it Order Processor. And the package name com.bharat.patterns.facade. Finish. Double click to maximize. The first method is public boolean. Check if a product is available in stock. Check stock. String name of the product. This guy simply returns a true. And we can add a sysout checking stock. Second method is the one that handles the order itself. Once the stock is available, they can place the order. Public void place order, and again the string name of the product, comma, say int quantity. We are not going to implement a real method here. Sysout order placed. And the last method is the shipping method. Public void ship order, string order ID, sysout, then double quotes, order shipped. Format it. Let's test it real quick. Right click, new, class, test with a main method. Select that option, finish. To use the order processor, go to the main method, Control D, new order processor. Assign statement to a new local variable, hit Control 1, call it processor. Processor dot, the first method is check stock. You pass in a product name, say MacBook. Next, if you want to, once we receive the result, if it is true, this guy always returns a boolean value true. That is how the implementation is. So if it is true, then you will say processor dot. Next is the place order. Pass in the same name, which is MacBook, and quantity I want 3 MacBook Pros. And the last one, processor dot ship order, and a unique order ID, which this place order method gives back. Right now it doesn't give us back, but let's assume that the place order gives us an order ID, and we pass that order ID to ship order. The ship order expects a string, so the order ID can be within double quotes ABC 123. We can also change, if you want, you can go here, change this place order method to return back an integer, return a string instead of integer. The order ID is a string, return ABC 123, and then we can use that by going back to the test, hit Control 1 on placing the order, assign statement to a new local variable. Once you get the order ID back, use that order ID to ship the order. Format, right click, run the test, run as Java application, and you see checking stock, order placed, order shipped, because we have invoked those 3 methods. But we have to, as a client, the client application or class will have to create the instance and then write all this logic, and this logic will be repeated across client applications that are trying to use the order processor. That is where the facade pattern comes in, which we will see in action in the next lecture.